Ethan died at 24. The cause of death was a car accident. A drunk driver hit him and then fled. His mother could not let him go. She decided to arrange a spirit union. She spoke into the empty air of their home. She called out for her son. The old medium said his spirit was still there. Ethan drifted towards his mother's voice. He heard her speak of a strange plan. His mother knew he had never been in love, so she arranged a spiritual marriage for him. Ethan was stunned by the idea of a union. He tried to tell her not to be ridiculous. What living person would marry a ghost? He begged her not to force someone into this. But he had forgotten a crucial fact. The living could no longer hear his voice. His mother continued explaining her arrangement. She said she couldn't find a suitable woman, so she had found a young man instead. The medium claimed this man had a strong life force. She also said he was incredibly handsome. She was sure that Ethan would like him. Ethan felt a second wave of shock. A man? His mother was arranging his ghost marriage to a man. He grew frantic, desperate to be heard. He tried whispering directly into her ear. He pleaded with her to cancel the arrangement. But his words were only silent air to her. His mother simply continued her speech. She told him to trust her judgment. She insisted the young man was truly special. She even claimed he was prettier than any girl. Prettier than a girl? Ethan wondered how that could be possible. His mother then took out her smartphone. She pulled up a photograph on the screen. She held it up for his spirit to see. Ethan's gaze fell upon the picture. It showed a young man in a simple white shirt. A crimson jacket was worn over it. Delicate flowers were tucked into his dark hair. His features were fine, almost breathtakingly beautiful. His clear eyes held an innocent, pure expression, yet they also carried a hint of subtle allure. Ethan had never seen such a beautiful man. The flowers in his hair seemed dull in comparison. His mind changed in an instant. 3 minutes ago, he wanted no part of this. Now, he only wanted this specific man. His parents bought a new condominium for him. It would serve as his and his new partner's home. The ceremony was set for the 7th day after his death. His mother told him the man's name was Liam. Liam's family situation was difficult. His parents had passed away. He cared for a sister with a developmental delay. Her mind was like that of a small child. His mother had approached Liam with an offer. She asked if he would consent to the union. She promised him $75,000. He accepted the proposal. He signed the spiritual contract. He placed a drop of blood on a jade pendant. On the day of the ceremony, the medium came. She performed the binding ritual. They had 2 custom-made white suits. One was given to Liam. The other was ceremonially burned for Ethan. His mother had made a strange mistake. A white silken cloth was also burned for him. Ethan found himself dressed in his spectral suit. The silken cloth now covered his ghostly form. He sat on the edge of the new bed. It was not a serious problem. He could simply give the cloth to Liam. He reached up to lift the silken veil, but his ghostly hands could not grasp it. He did not understand what was happening. The medium's voice echoed from the other room. The rite was complete. The door to the bedroom opened. Liam walked in wearing the matching white suit. He slowly approached the bed. His hand trembled as he reached for the cloth. He lifted it from Ethan's form with ease. Ethan wondered why Liam could touch it. He looked up at his new partner. The white suit suited Liam perfectly. He looked even better than in the photograph. His beautiful eyes were downcast. His voice shook when he tried to speak. Ethan felt an urge to reassure him. He told Liam not to be afraid. He promised he would be good to him. Liam's hands tightened into fists. He looked up, meeting Ethan's gaze. He whispered that he would listen to Ethan. He promised to be good to him in return. He said he would bring him joy. He blushed and quickly looked away. Ethan was confused by Liam's shyness. A strange idea began to form in his mind. He was a ghost, a being of cold energy. Yet he suddenly felt a wave of warmth. The atmosphere in the room was electric. Liam's soft voice broke the silence. He asked if they should drink the ceremonial wine. Ethan looked at the table nearby. 2 glasses and a small decanter sat there. He asked if he could even drink it. Liam nodded, confirming that he could. He poured the dark liquid into 2 glasses. He handed one of the glasses to Ethan. Ethan smiled, accepting the offer. He drank the contents in one motion. A dizzying sensation immediately washed over him. He felt unsteady, about to lose his balance. Liam reached out and steadied him. Liam asked if he was drunk. Ethan didn't know the answer. No one told him ghosts could get drunk so easily. Liam offered to help him to the bed. Ethan let himself be guided to the mattress. An intense heat spread through his spectral body. It was a deeply uncomfortable feeling. This was not normal for a spirit. He leaned against Liam, feeling faint. He mumbled that something was wrong. Liam's voice was gentle in his ear. He asked if it was time to begin. Ethan opened his eyes, confused. He asked what Liam meant by begin. The realization dawned on him a second later. He asked if Liam had drugged the wine. Liam shook his head, biting his lip. He explained what the medium had told him. The spirit union creates an intense bond. This bond would cause Ethan great distress. He needed to absorb Liam's life force to find relief. His soul required Liam's energy for sustenance. Liam's face was flushed a deep crimson. His ears looked as if they were burning. But Ethan's mind was filled with fireworks. He could barely process the words. His eyes were fixed on Liam's lips as he spoke. They were a perfect shape, a beautiful color. They seemed to hold an irresistible allure. Ethan wrapped his arms around Liam's neck. He pulled him into a kiss. Liam's lips were soft and sweet. He responded to the kiss almost instantly. Ethan felt his own emotions spiraling. He was losing his sense of reason. His mind was consumed by a single thought. That thought was Liam. 2 hours later, Ethan's voice was broken. He spoke through choked sobs. Liam was also crying, looking miserable. He begged Ethan to stop crying. He insisted that he had been gentle. Ethan couldn't hold back his frustration. He pointed out that Liam was on top. He asked why Liam was the one crying. This beautiful, innocent-looking man was a fraud. He was not the harmless person he appeared to be. He had made Ethan cry. Then he had the nerve to cry along with him. Suddenly, a third voice came from under the bed. It asked if they could both please stop crying. Ethan's tears stopped instantly. He froze, thinking he had imagined it. He hesitantly asked Liam a question. Was there someone under the bed? Liam shook his head, looking frightened. He whispered that he did not know. The voice from beneath the bed answered them. It said there was no person, just a single male ghost. Ethan blinked, trying to process this. A wave of pure mortification washed over him. His wedding night had been a disaster, and another ghost had been listening the whole time. His pride was completely shattered. The worst part was that he had cried. He wished he could just disappear, but he was already dead. His embarrassment turned to anger. He yelled at the ghost under the bed. He demanded to know where he came from. He called him rude for eavesdropping. The other ghost spoke in a weary tone. He said he could explain if he came out first. Ethan and Liam shared a silent look. They quickly began to get dressed. Ethan did not understand something. Why could he still feel pain as a ghost? He glared resentfully at Liam. Liam's skin was pale and smooth. His lean muscles were beautifully defined. His shoulders were broad and his collarbones sharp. He had an unintentional sensual appeal. He was undeniably gorgeous, but he had no awareness of his role as a wife. Ethan decided he would deal with him later. He needed to make Liam understand his position. The other ghost introduced himself as Miles. He said they had woken him from a deep sleep. Ethan scoffed at this claim. He thought Miles was trying to shift blame. But then Miles explained his situation. His grave had been disturbed. He had attached his spirit to his old coffin. He fell asleep, only to wake up to a surprise. His coffin had been turned into their marriage bed. He insisted he was the real victim here. Ethan fell silent, processing the story. His mother heard antique wood was good for spirits. She bought an expensive antique bed for him. He asked Miles if his coffin was made of ebony. Miles confirmed that it was. Ethan grew even quieter. It seemed Miles truly was a victim. But his mother had paid a high price for that bed. She thought she was buying special wood. She had been scammed with a used coffin. They were victims in this situation too. The bed could not be changed back. Kicking Miles out seemed wrong. So Ethan suggested Miles could stay for now. Miles agreed immediately. Then his tone shifted. He looked at Liam with curiosity. He remarked that ghost marriages were usually for wives. This was the first time he saw one for a husband. Ethan felt the need to defend himself. He did not know how it happened. How did his spirit bride overpower him? He turned to Liam, who was standing nearby. He demanded to know why Liam was on top. Liam's gaze shifted away nervously. He asked if Ethan could be on top tomorrow. Ethan's anger subsided slightly. That was a very good answer. Liam's apology was quite sincere. He decided to forgive his consort this time. Liam was still his beautiful spirit bride. His bride was still a college student. He got up at 7 in the morning for class. Ethan opened his eyes to see him dressing. The young man's slender form was fully visible. He had a narrow waist and long legs. His dark hair was soft and messy. He possessed a natural, alluring charm. Ethan felt a sudden, inappropriate urge. It wasn't even nighttime yet. Liam's beauty was a powerful temptation. Liam noticed he was awake and smiled. His voice was a little hoarse from sleep. He said he was leaving for his classes. Ethan fought the impulse to stop him. He wanted to pull him back into bed, but he managed to restrain himself. He told Liam to go and come back soon. Liam paused for a moment, then nodded. Ghosts could not endure sunlight, so the condo's windows were always covered. The rooms remained in a state of twilight. After Liam left, Ethan drifted aimlessly. He was surprised to see his reflection in a mirror. His spiritual form had been transparent before. He used to pass through solid objects. He could not hold or touch anything. His own image was invisible to him. But now his body had substance. He could interact with the physical world. His form was solid and clearly visible. This meant living people could now see him. He felt a surge of excitement, but the excitement quickly faded into boredom. The new condo was empty of entertainment. There was no phone, no television. He went to find Miles, but he was asleep. The other ghost seemed weak and tired. Ethan could not wake him up. So he waited, and he waited. His mind was filled with one thought. He would be on top when Liam returned. Evening finally came. Liam walked through the door. Ethan eagerly floated over to greet him. Liam gave a small nod in return. He asked if Ethan was hungry. He offered to light a stick of incense for him. Ghosts could eat food or absorb incense smoke. Now that Liam mentioned it, Ethan felt hungry. Eating first was a good idea. He needed his strength for later. He admitted that he was a little hungry. Liam went to the small altar in the corner. He lit a stick of incense before Ethan's memorial photo. The fragrant smoke filled the air. It smelled incredibly appetizing. Ethan drifted over to the altar. He inhaled the smoke deeply. After he was satisfied, he grabbed Liam's arm. He asked if they could begin now. Liam knew exactly what he meant. The tips of his ears turned red. He looked away, nodding shyly. He asked if he could take a shower first. Of course. That was an excellent idea. Ethan told him he would wait in the bedroom. He zipped into the room to wait. The long day had been agonizing. Now, every second was filled with anticipation. Liam entered the room wearing only his pajamas. Ethan moved to kiss him immediately, but a voice from under the bed interrupted them. It asked if they were beginning their love offering. Ethan was instantly annoyed. He pulled Miles out from under the bed. He accused him of being deliberately disruptive. He was asleep all day but awake now. Miles looked innocent, protesting loudly. He said daytime is when ghosts are weakest. He explained it was their natural time to sleep. He pointed out Ethan had a source of energy. He, on the other hand, did not. Ethan asked what a love offering was. Miles explained their spirit union. Liam nourished Ethan's soul with his life force. That was the offering of love. Miles added something else. He said Ethan's new solidity was from Liam's energy. He then observed they seemed like strangers. They were indeed strangers. Aside from one photo they had just met. Ethan didn't want to explain further. He told Miles to leave them alone. After Miles left, Ethan closed the door. He turned and saw Liam sitting on the bed. His dark hair was still slightly damp. His neck looked long and pale. Ethan cleared his throat, feeling his face flush. He told Liam they should continue. Liam looked at him directly, his throat moving. He softly agreed. Ethan sat beside him, staring at his lips. He swallowed hard, feeling a nervous thrill. He leaned in without a second thought. He cupped the back of Liam's head and kissed him. But after the kiss, his mind went blank. He had always considered himself straight. He had no experience in this area. He did not know the next step. He did not know how to be the top. Last night, he had been barely conscious. He couldn't remember the details. Liam opened his damp eyes. He asked a simple, devastating question. "You don't know how, do you?" The question hit Ethan like a physical blow. It was the ultimate challenge to his masculinity. A man could never admit to not knowing. His pride was being trampled on the floor. He stubbornly insisted that he did know. He kissed Liam again to prove his point. He felt frantic and cornered. He had no idea what to do next. It was supposed to be his turn, but he was completely lost. His mind was a swirling mess of panic. Something was affecting his emotions. It was eroding his rational thought. Liam suddenly pushed him away. His lips were an unnatural shade of red. A trickle of blood ran from the corner. Tears welled up in his eyes. He said this wasn't the right way. He offered to provide for him instead. Ethan was completely dumbfounded. He had made him cry. Liam's tears were surprisingly delicate. A sudden heat rushed through Ethan's head. He found himself agreeing to Liam's offer. He lay back on the bed, staring at the ceiling. His soul felt like it was splitting in two. He thought he had married a gentle bride. Instead, he got a powerful, crying top. A powerful top who cried at everything. He cried more than Ethan did. His eyes and nose were constantly red. It made him look like the one being wronged. Ethan rolled over, feeling deeply frustrated. This was impossible. They were incompatible. This spirit marriage had to end. Otherwise, their life together would be miserable. When Liam came home that evening, Ethan was ready. He told him directly he wanted a divorce. Liam looked as if he had been struck. He just stood there, completely frozen. A moment later, tears began to stream down his face. He asked why Ethan was doing this. He asked if Ethan didn't want him anymore. Ethan's thoughts faltered for a second. He slowly tried to explain his reasoning. It was not about wanting him or not. He said they were both tops. That meant they were not a good match. Liam protested through his tears. He said he had let Ethan be on top. Ethan paused, suddenly realizing the confusion. They were talking about two different things. His on top was not Liam's on top. He felt a headache coming on. Liam was trembling as he cried. His beautiful eyes were red and wet. He looked so hurt and innocent. Ethan tried to explain his meaning more clearly. He said they were both dominant types. That was why they were incompatible. Liam countered that Ethan had seemed willing. Ethan fell silent for a moment. He recalled what Liam had said before. The bond created an intense emotional pull. It affected his mood and his reason. Under its influence, he was not fully in control. Liam finally understood what Ethan meant, but his tears continued to fall like rain. He apologized for the misunderstanding. He agreed to the divorce. He asked if he should tell Ethan's parents. Ethan told him not to worry about that. He would explain the situation to them himself. Liam sniffled, trying to regain his composure. He mentioned the $75,000. He explained he gave it to his uncle's family. He didn't have the money to return right now. He offered to write an IOU. He promised to pay them back over time. He explained his parents had died young. His uncle had raised him and his sister. He felt he couldn't ask for the money back, but he swore he would repay the debt. His crying intensified, becoming uncontrollable. Ethan listened in silence. He felt a strange pang in his chest. Normal people did not agree to ghost marriages. He remembered their first night together. Liam had been terrified, yet he had tried to comfort Ethan. He had promised to be good to him. Maybe he had agreed to the union for the money, but it must have taken immense courage. Liam saw Ethan's silence and misinterpreted it. He choked out another explanation. He wasn't trying to hold on to him. He truly could not repay the money at once. Ethan took a deep breath. He told Liam he didn't think that. He would talk to his parents about the money. Liam wiped his eyes and nodded. He thanked Ethan quietly. Then he said he should probably leave. He turned and walked out without his things. The door clicked shut behind him. Miles's voice appeared from behind Ethan. He asked if anyone had told him the rules. He said a human-ghost union cannot be broken by divorce. Only death could end it. Ethan spun around in shock. He demanded to know what Miles meant. Miles calmly sat down on the sofa. He explained there were two kinds of spirit unions. One was between a ghost and a human. The other was between two ghosts. The human-ghost contract was binding. It lasted until the human partner died of old age. After death, they could choose to stay together, or they could part ways and reincarnate. Ghost-ghost unions were much simpler. They were handled like any normal marriage. No one had explained this to Ethan. So, for him to get a divorce, Liam would have to die first. Miles warned him not to get any dark ideas. Harming a human made a ghost malevolent. Such ghosts were hunted down and punished. Ethan insisted he had no such thoughts. He was the one who wanted the separation. He couldn't let Liam die for his mistake. So what could he do now? The union was permanent, and their roles were incompatible. Did he really have to be the receptive one? He still believed he was meant to be a top. Suddenly, a sharp pain pierced his soul. It was an agony that spread through his being. He felt a terrible sense of dread. He staggered, leaning against the wall. He did not understand what was happening. The pain was sudden and overwhelming. Miles's expression became grim. He said something must be wrong with Liam. He explained that Liam had a strong life force. It was a powerful lure for lesser spirits. Usually, his own energy would protect him. But Ethan had absorbed much of it recently. The balance in Liam's body was disturbed. This made him vulnerable to attack. Miles feared an evil entity was feeding on him. It might be trying to possess his body. He urged Ethan to find him quickly. If he was too late, Liam would be lost. Ethan's heart seized with fear. He rushed out to find Liam. He called Liam's name into the night air. He prayed that Liam could hear him. His own body ached with a sympathetic pain. It grew worse with every passing moment. He begged for Liam not to die. Finally, he found him in a dark alley. Liam was unconscious on the ground. A dark, shadowy entity floated over him. It was draining his life force. The entity hissed with pleasure. The human's energy was delicious. Other smaller spirits lurked nearby. They were also drawn to Liam's weakened state. But they seemed afraid of the larger entity. They could only watch with greedy eyes. Ethan roared and charged forward. He kicked the dark entity against a wall. He knelt beside Liam, checking on him. The entity was furious at the interruption. Its shadowy form grew darker and larger. It shrieked that the human was its prize. It threatened to devour Ethan for interfering. Ethan was not afraid. He glared back with pure rage. He declared that Liam was his partner. He dared the entity to touch him again. He threatened to tear it apart. He then turned to the smaller spirits. He warned them to stay away as well. The lesser ghosts trembled and backed away. Miles had told him something important. He could destroy evil spirits without consequence. It would even earn him spiritual merit. This dark entity was strong and full of malice. It was more powerful than a typical ghost. But Ethan was nourished by Liam's life force. He knew he could win this fight. The entity lunged at him. It opened a wide mouth full of sharp teeth. Ethan dodged and kicked it squarely in the chest. The blow scattered some of its dark energy. He moved in, grabbing its throat with one hand. He used his other fist to punch its face. One punch, then another and another. He beat the entity until its form collapsed. Its dark energy dissipated completely. It began to beg for mercy. Ethan ignored its pleas, ready to destroy it. Then a new voice spoke from behind him. It commanded him to hand over the evil spirit. Ethan paused and turned around. A figure holding a soul chain stood there. It was a grim reaper, a collector of souls. The reaper said the entity's crimes were great. It would face centuries of torment in the underworld. That was a far worse fate than simple destruction. Ethan nodded in agreement. He gave the broken entity to the reaper. Then he carefully lifted Liam into his arms. He carried him back to the safety of their home. He gently placed the unconscious Liam on the bed. Miles floated over, looking concerned. He observed that Liam's life force was very weak. Ethan nodded grimly. He used Liam's phone to call his mother. He told her Liam was in trouble. He said he was unconscious and very weak. He asked her to bring the medium over. His mother's voice was filled with panic. She immediately agreed to get help. An hour later, his parents arrived with the medium. His mother saw him and tried to kick him. Her foot passed harmlessly through his ghostly form. It seemed only Liam could touch him. She grew red-faced with frustration. She pointed a finger at him and began to yell. She accused him of nearly draining Liam dry. She demanded to know if he had no self-control. Ethan felt ashamed and misunderstood. He explained that Liam had been attacked. An evil spirit was responsible for his condition. His mother's anger instantly vanished. She was relieved it wasn't his fault. The medium examined the sleeping Liam. He said Liam's soul was still intact. He would recover with rest and sunlight. Ethan felt a wave of relief wash over him. Then he asked the medium a question. He wanted to know if the spirit union could be broken. His father immediately asked him why. Did he want to divorce Liam? Ethan admitted that he did. His mother asked for his reason. He explained their incompatibility as two tops. His parents stared at him, bewildered. His mother asked if they had been intimate. He admitted that they had. She then asked who had been on top. Ethan felt a blush creep up his neck. He mumbled that Liam had been. His mother then asked if it was unpleasant. Ethan hesitated, unable to answer. He thought back to their nights together. It had not been unpleasant at all. In fact, it had been very harmonious. Extremely harmonious. He lowered his head, admitting the truth. It had been harmonious. His father offered his own perspective. If they were compatible, there was no problem. He suggested Ethan had simply mistaken his own role. His mother enthusiastically agreed. She told him his father was right. He was meant to be the bottom. Since they couldn't get a divorce anyway, they should just make the best of it. Ethan fell silent again. He had to admit their words made some sense. He began to doubt his own self-perception. The medium confirmed what Miles had said. The union was permanent in this life. He also explained the rules for ghosts. They were not supposed to linger in the mortal world. But the spirit union was a special exception. It allowed him to stay, nourished by his partner. As long as he did no evil, he could reincarnate normally. The medium had placed protective spells on the condo. It contained the strong ghostly energy, but it was not a healthy place for a human. Liam could not stay inside all the time. After the medium left, his parents also prepared to go. His mother pulled him aside for a final word. She said if he really couldn't change the situation. He thought she was going to offer comfort. Instead, she told him to just get used to it. He should learn to enjoy his new reality. His silence was deafening. After they left, Ethan fell into deep thought. It felt like a complicated math problem. He and Liam were married. They had been intimate. Liam was the top. He was the bottom. The question was, did it work for them? How did he truly feel about it? Did he hate being intimate with Liam? The conclusion was clear. It worked very well. He did not hate it at all. In fact, he quite enjoyed it. So he was a bottom. But his mind had insisted he was a top. And he did not dislike Liam. He actually had positive feelings for him. A sense of clarity washed over him. He finally understood. A full day had passed. Liam was still asleep on the bed. His dark hair fell across his forehead. His beautiful face was pale with sickness. His full lips had lost some of their color. He looked like a sleeping prince. He must have been dreaming about something. His lips parted slightly. Ethan stared at his mouth, his own throat suddenly dry. He swallowed, feeling a familiar heat. Memories of him kissing Liam flashed in his mind. A powerful, direct impulse rose within him. He leaned down without thinking. He gently pressed his lips against Liam's. He kissed him softly and carefully. At that exact moment, Liam's eyes opened. He stared at Ethan in a daze for a few seconds. He blinked once, then twice as realization dawned. He shoved Ethan away with surprising strength. He stammered, asking what Ethan was doing. One moment he was a sleeping beauty. The next he was awake from a stolen kiss. Ethan swallowed nervously. He admitted that he was stealing a kiss. Liam sat up, his expression stubborn. He reminded Ethan that he wanted a divorce. He implied Ethan had no right to kiss him. Ethan felt a pang of guilt. He said he had been talking nonsense. He told Liam to forget he ever said it. Liam asked what he meant by that. Ethan mumbled his true intention. He said the divorce was off. Liam stared at him, stunned. Then his eyes filled with tears again. His emotions suddenly erupted. He shouted that Ethan couldn't just change his mind. His face was a mask of righteous anger. Ethan's mind went blank for a second. He thought that no one is truly emotionally stable. He felt even more guilty now. He looked down at the floor. He glanced at Liam, then looked away again. Before he could form an explanation, Liam spoke. He accused Ethan of deliberately bullying him. Ethan denied it immediately, but Liam was too upset to listen. He cried that he regretted their union. He had never even seen a ghost before this. Now he was constantly encountering them. One had even tried to eat him. He seemed to remember something. He asked if Ethan had been the one to save him. Ethan nodded slowly. Liam declared he wouldn't thank him. He said it was Ethan's fault in the first place. He described how terrifying the evil ghost was. Then he announced the divorce was back on. He cried about his side of the bargain. He supplied Ethan with his life force. And in return, Ethan tried to divorce him. He pointed at himself, saying good human. Then he pointed at Ethan, saying bad ghost. He looked childish and adorable. Ethan found himself agreeing with him. He said Liam was good and he was bad. He admitted it was all his fault. He begged him to please stop crying. He also reminded him about their situation. The spirit union could not be dissolved. Liam's tears stopped instantly. He looked at Ethan with wide, red-rimmed eyes. They looked like beautiful, sad jewels. He asked if it was really impossible to leave. Ethan nodded and explained the truth. The medium said it was impossible. Not unless Liam died and they met in the afterlife. Liam asked if Ethan planned to kill him. Ethan quickly denied having any such thought. Liam thought for a few seconds. He sniffed and said if he couldn't leave, he would just stay far away from Ethan. He would never let Ethan take his energy again. He threw off the covers and tried to leave the bed. Ethan floated in front of him, blocking his path. He told him to wait. It was night and his life force was weak. He would be a magnet for evil spirits. Liam hesitated, his voice trembling. He asked if Ethan was telling the truth. He wondered if it was just a scare tactic. Ethan swore he was being honest. Then he offered a sincere apology. He explained he had never been in a relationship. He had wrongly assumed his role. He was also new to being a ghost. He hadn't known the union made Liam vulnerable. That was why he had been in danger. He promised to protect him from now on. He pleaded with him not to go. He looked at Liam hopefully. He offered to let Liam hit him. It might make him feel better. Liam tilted his head up, looking proud. He sniffed and agreed to the offer. He told Ethan to turn around. Ethan obediently turned his back to him. A sharp smack landed on his rear. He yelped in surprise and embarrassment. He asked why Liam hit him there. Liam defiantly said he just wanted to. He pointed out it was Ethan's idea. Ethan couldn't help but smile. He moved closer, asking a hopeful question. Did this mean he was staying? Liam's eyelashes fluttered. He mumbled a soft yes. Ethan felt a great sense of relief. He had managed to fix his mistake. The next morning, he woke to find Liam staring. His clear, beautiful eyes were focused on him. When Liam saw he was awake, he looked away. His voice was flustered. He asked why Ethan was awake so early. Ethan smiled, deciding to tease him. He asked if Liam could look, but he couldn't wake up. Liam's ears turned pink. He stammered that wasn't what he meant. He added that Ethan had kissed him first, so he was allowed to look. Ethan moved closer, his voice a low whisper. He asked if he was good to look at. Liam stuttered that he was. Ethan saw the blush spread across his face. He found his flustered state charming. He asked if Liam was feeling shy. Liam bit his lip and nodded. He was just too cute. The day before, Ethan had his mother help him. She bought him a new smartphone. She also brought over his old belongings. Liam's friends had messaged him. They were worried about his class absence. Ethan had used the phone to get Liam excused. Now he ordered some food for Liam. After Liam ate, the sun was up. He had him open the curtains. Liam sat on the sofa, basking in the light. Ethan sat in the shadows nearby. They talked and played on their phones. Later that afternoon, Liam had a request. He wanted to go visit his sister. Ethan remembered her then. His sister had a cognitive disability. He agreed to go with him. Liam worried about the bright sunlight. Ethan explained the solution. The jade pendant was their medium. It was imbued with Liam's blood. He could inhabit the pendant. Liam could then wear it safely. Inside the jade, he was protected from the sun. Liam understood and agreed. Ethan's form dissolved into a wisp of smoke. He flowed into the jade pendant. He could speak from inside it. Only Liam could hear his voice. On the way, Ethan asked Liam a question. He wondered if Liam had ever dated anyone. Liam said he had not. Ethan did not believe him. With his looks, he must have had many admirers. Liam was silent for a few seconds. He admitted many people had pursued him, but he was not interested in girls. So he had rejected all of them. Ethan then asked about male admirers. Liam said there were some, but they all assumed he was a bottom. They continued chatting on the way. Ethan remembered something he was curious about. He asked Liam why he agreed to the spirit union. Liam suddenly became quiet. After a long pause, he gave a simple answer. He said he probably did it for the money. Ethan immediately rejected that idea. He felt there was more to the story. Liam fell silent again. This time, the silence lasted much longer. Ethan asked why he wasn't talking. Liam's voice was full of weary amusement. He said he couldn't keep talking. People were starting to stare at him. Ethan was confused for a moment. Liam explained that no one else could hear Ethan. To them, he was just talking to himself. They were looking at him like he was crazy. Ethan chuckled at the thought. If they could hear him, they'd be the crazy ones. The question was left unanswered for now. Soon, they arrived at Liam's old apartment building. Ethan had Liam find a dark corner in the hallway. He emerged from the pendant. He followed Liam up the stairs. A young man was standing outside Liam's door. He pointed at Ethan, questioning Liam. He demanded to know who Ethan was. He asked if Liam had been with him all this time. His tone was accusatory. It was like a wife confronting her cheating husband. Liam's face grew cold. It made the scene seem even more plausible. He asked the man why he was there. The man ignored the question. He pointed at Ethan again, demanding an answer. Liam's voice was ice. He confirmed that he had been with Ethan. The other man looked stunned, then shouted. He said Liam knew how he felt about him. He accused Liam of betraying him. Liam looked at him with confusion. He stated that it was a one-sided crush. They were not together. He owed him nothing. The directness of the remark was brutal. Ethan realized he was facing his romantic rival. The rival looked deeply wounded. He cried that he loved Liam so much. He asked if Liam had a heart. He gestured toward Ethan. He asked why Liam would choose him instead. He squinted, a flicker of recognition in his eyes. He said Ethan looked familiar. Ethan rubbed his nose sheepishly. He suggested he might have been on the news. His death had been a local news story. The hit-and-run driver was still at large. The rival tried to place him but failed. Liam then made a definitive statement. He told the man that Ethan was his boyfriend. He said he did not like him. He asked him to stop bothering him in the future. Ethan smiled at his rival. He leaned over and kissed Liam on the cheek. He told the other man to find someone else. This one was already taken. The rival was completely crushed. He turned and left in misery. Ethan noticed the red tips of Liam's ears. He leaned in close to his ear. He whispered that Liam blushed too easily. He warned him he would be kissing him a lot more. A deep blush spread over Liam's face. He quietly whispered that he understood. Ethan finally met Liam's sister, Chloe. She was also very beautiful. She looked a lot like her brother. At 15, she had a terrible accident. She fell and hit her head on a rock. The brain injury stunted her mental growth. Her mind remained that of a 7-year-old. Liam started game streaming in high school. He earned money through streaming and coaching. When he started college, he brought Chloe with him. He rented this apartment for her. He hired a live-in caregiver to help. Chloe was a sweet girl. She called Liam brother affectionately. At first, she was shy around Ethan, but he played with her and she warmed up. They spent the afternoon playing together. That evening, after Chloe was asleep, they left. Over the weekend, Ethan's parents came to visit. They brought many health supplements for Liam. They fussed over him with endless concern. They only spoke to Ethan to lecture him. They told him to control himself. They warned him not to take too much energy. Ethan felt a little hurt, but he said nothing. Later, his mother approached him privately. She asked him about Liam's lower back. Ethan was confused by the question. He asked what she meant. His mother blushed slightly. She was asking if Liam was holding up well. She wondered if she should buy him some supplements. She reasoned that his health benefited Ethan too. Ethan was speechless. He glanced over at Liam. He was wearing a simple sweatshirt. His body was lean but strong. His waist was narrow, his abs defined. As someone with first-hand experience, Ethan could only say he was doing just fine. His mother saw his silence. She assumed he was embarrassed. She offered to just buy a couple dozen boxes. He could start with those. Ethan's eye twitched. Couple dozen boxes. If Liam took all that, Ethan would be the one suffering. He insisted repeatedly that Liam did not need them. His mother finally relented and left with his dad. Ethan let out a sigh of relief. Suddenly, Liam asked a question. What was it that he didn't need? Ethan answered honestly, virility supplements. Liam was silent for 2 seconds. Then he agreed that he did not need them. He added that he felt much better now. If Ethan needed him, he was probably ready. He had been sunbathing on the balcony. His energy levels were back to normal. His face no longer had a sickly pallor. But Ethan didn't feel a strong need right now. He shook his head, declining the offer. Liam's eyelashes drooped. His tone held a hint of disappointment. Ethan didn't quite catch it. He didn't think much of it. The spirit union was a partnership. One was yin, the other yang. The living partner nourished the spirit. This exchange of energy attracted other entities. The spirit partner's role was to be a protector. The jade pendant was the key to this. It allowed Ethan to stay with Liam always. If danger appeared, he could emerge instantly. On Monday, he went to school with Liam. He was nestled safely inside the pendant. At school, they saw the rival again. The young man, Mark, ran up to them. He looked panicked and urgent. He told Liam he had something important to say. Liam's expression was neutral. He asked what the matter was. Mark insisted they speak somewhere private. Ethan watched from the pendant. Mark led Liam to a secluded corner. Then he started talking. He asked if Liam knew who his new boyfriend was. So it was about him. Mark must have figured out his identity. Liam asked what was wrong. Mark's voice was full of excitement. He told Liam he knew the truth. He paused, then took out his phone. He showed the screen to Liam. It was a news article about Ethan's death. It included a clear photo of him. It also had security footage of the driver fleeing. Mark said Ethan had died weeks ago. He told Liam he was dating a ghost. He warned him he was in danger. He said the ghost would harm him. He urged Liam to see an exorcist. He grabbed Liam's arm, trying to pull him away, but Liam did not move. His beautiful face showed no surprise. Mark instantly understood. He sputtered, asking if Liam already knew. Liam confirmed that he did. Mark was completely dumbfounded. He knew Ethan was a ghost, and he was still with him. He would rather date a ghost than him? He asked if Liam was desperate or just insane. Mark was having a complete meltdown. Ethan laughed silently from inside the pendant. Mark was clearly the dramatic type. Liam's soft mum was the final straw. Mark completely lost his composure. He shrieked that Liam's taste was sick. Ethan burst out laughing. He told Liam not to listen to the hater. Liam's voice sounded in his mind. He said his laughter was hurting his ears. He also said the mem was for Ethan. For a second, Ethan felt bad for Mark. But the other 59 seconds were for laughing. Liam was tall and strikingly handsome. He stood out in any crowd. At school, he was constantly approached. Girls confessed their feelings to him. Boys also confessed their feelings to him. Strangers asked for his number. He always politely declined. But Ethan couldn't help but feel jealous. Having a popular boyfriend was stressful. Every time it happened, he felt possessive. He wanted to emerge from the pendant. He wanted to kiss Liam to claim him. But he couldn't risk frightening people. That would be bad for his spiritual karma. The feeling of helplessness was frustrating. He was angry, but he kept it inside. He let Liam guess what was wrong. When they got home, he acted immediately. He kissed Liam fiercely against the door. His own emotions made him rough. He made Liam cry from the intensity. Liam's crying face was a beautiful sight. His pale skin would flush. His eyes and nose would turn red. It added a vulnerable, stunning beauty to him. Ethan told him he wanted to hide him away. He didn't want anyone else to look at him. He wanted to be the only one in Liam's eyes. Miles spoke up from the sofa. He commented that Ethan was very possessive. One only feels possessive of someone they love. Ethan realized the truth in that moment. He was in love with Liam. He called Liam's name. Liam looked up, his eyes wet and red. He commanded Liam to say he loved him. He needed to hear the words from his mouth. Liam sniffled and hugged him tightly. His voice was husky with emotion. He whispered that he loved him. Ethan was quiet for a few seconds. He wrapped his arms around Liam's waist. A deep, primal emotion began to stir. His impulses and his reason were at war. He whispered Liam's name again. He said he needed his energy. He needed Liam to sustain him. Liam simply said, "Okay." He lifted Ethan into his arms. He carried him into the bedroom. As the door closed, Miles sighed. He complained they were always so lovey-dovey. He was tired of being the third wheel. Liam's calm voice came from behind the door. "We know. Go play." The door clicked shut. The room became their own private world. It was the 30th day since his death. He knew with certainty that he loved someone. That someone was his ghost husband. He had made him say he loved him back. And he believed that he really did. A full month had passed. The driver who killed him was still free. The accident happened late at night. There were no witnesses. The driver had been drunk, driving fast. He got out of the car after hitting Ethan. He saw him bleeding on the ground. The shock sobered him up slightly, but instead of calling for help, he ran. There were 2 traffic cameras at the intersection. Neither captured a clear image of his face. The car he left behind was stolen. The case was a dead end. But that night, Ethan and Liam saw him. They were out buying groceries. Ethan recognized his killer immediately. The man looked perfectly ordinary. He wasn't even wearing a mask. He was just walking down the street. Ethan pointed him out to Liam. They quietly followed the man home. They found out where he was living. Ethan knew they couldn't just go to the police. No one would believe a ghost's testimony. So he had Liam make an anonymous tip. Liam reported a man who looked like a fugitive. He said the man was acting suspiciously. The police responded quickly. They arrested the man at his apartment. The interrogation was surprisingly easy. He confessed to the hit and run. But that was not all. The police uncovered a much darker secret. He had also murdered his wife and her lover. Ethan's father was a successful businessman. He had started his own company from nothing. Ethan was his only son. He started working at the company in college. His dad made him start from the bottom. A year later, he was promoted to general manager. His father planned to retire early. He wanted to travel the world with his wife. Ethan's death had changed everything. But his dad had a new plan. He wanted Liam and Ethan to run the company. Officially, Liam would be in charge. Unofficially, Ethan would make the decisions. Liam agreed to the arrangement. So a new general manager appeared at the company. His name was Mr. Evans. No one had ever seen Mr. Evans. All communication went through his assistant. People only knew he was efficient and brilliant. No one knew the real Mr. Evans. Spent his days live-streaming video games, or just hanging out with Ethan. Ethan walked over to Liam's desk. He held a document in his hand. He said, "Mr. Evans, this needs your signature." Liam was wearing a crisp white shirt. The sleeves were rolled up to his elbows. He wore simple black jeans. The shirt was tucked in neatly. It highlighted his narrow waist and long legs. His elegant hand took the pen. He signed his name on the document. He handed it back to Ethan. Ethan pouted playfully. He leaned over and hugged Liam from behind. He rested his chin on his shoulder. He said everyone praised Mr. Evans's brilliance, but no one praised the man behind him. Liam was no longer easily embarrassed. He turned his head and kissed Ethan. He praised him without hesitation. He said the man behind him was the brilliant one. Ethan smiled, feeling content. He remembered the question he had asked before. He decided to ask it again. Why did Liam agree to the spirit union? Liam's beautiful lips parted slightly. He said he had seen Ethan's photo. He felt it was a shame for his life to end. He wanted him to continue living in some way. He also had another thought. He felt Ethan would not mind his personality, that he wouldn't mind him being an emotional crier. Ethan was a little surprised. He asked if that was the only reason. It seemed like a very impulsive decision. Liam admitted he felt some regret after signing. The reality of it made him afraid. But that fear vanished when he met Ethan. Instead of fear, he felt something else. He felt that he liked him very much. So it was love at first sight? Liam admitted it without hesitation. It was love at first sight. Ethan's smile widened. He kissed Liam's cheek again. He asked if it was time to go home. Okay.